This empathy becomes a profound gift. People feel comfortable opening up to the chosen ones because they sense that they'll be understood without judgment. The chosen ones are often the confidants, the healers, the ones who can offer support simply by being present. They know what it feels like to carry heavy emotions, so they can provide comfort to others in a way that feels real and grounding. This deep empathy is rare, and it's why chosen ones are often seen as beacons of light in a world where many feel unseen and unheard. 5. Time alchemists, transforming solitude into wisdom and joy. Finally, the fifth superpower is one of the most extraordinary, the ability to be time alchemists. While most people view loneliness as something to be avoided, chosen ones see it as an opportunity to transform. To them, time alone is not empty. It's a space filled with potential, a retreat where they can reflect, grow, and connect with the deepest parts of themselves. In solitude, they become their own teachers, their own source of strength and wisdom. They take the sadness or emptiness that often accompanies loneliness and turn it into something meaningful. Imagine a spiritual alchemist working tirelessly to refine a rough, raw experience into something golden. That's what the chosen ones do. They take the lead of loneliness and transmute it into the gold of wisdom and joy. This process involves dedicating time to reflection, meditation, and self-discovery. They ask themselves profound questions like, who am I, and what is my purpose? They dive deep into understanding their own motivations, dreams, and values. And over time, this journey of introspection fills them with a kind of inner peace and joy that's hard to find elsewhere. When you've spent that much time alone, you learn to find fulfillment within yourself. The chosen ones become emotionally independent, not because they're detached, but because they've found an inexhaustible source of love and acceptance within. They don't look outside for validation because they've discovered that their true strength and joy come from within. And this, perhaps more than anything else, makes them stand out in a world where so many are seeking fulfillment outside of themselves. In essence, the chosen ones have learned to make a home in their own solitude. They find joy in their own company, peace in their own hearts, and wisdom in their own reflections. This ability to turn alone time into a source of strength and clarity is what allows them to live with a lightness that transcends circumstances.
Now, let's move to the second superpower, something I like to call X-ray vision. It's not about physical sight. It's about the ability to see beyond appearances, to perceive the truth hidden beneath the surface. Solitude teaches chosen ones to be quiet observers of the world around them. In those still moments, away from the noise and distractions, they become attuned to subtleties that others overlook. When they observe people, they don't just see what's on the surface. They see the cracks, the masks, the tiny signs of discomfort or joy that most people miss. Imagine being in a room filled with people, each wearing their best social mask. Most would take these masks at face value, but not the chosen ones. They notice the slight hesitations, the momentary flickers of doubt, the disconnect between someone's words and their true feelings. This heightened perception is a skill refined through years of introspection and observation. It's as though they have a sixth sense, allowing them to feel the underlying energy in a space or sense the true intentions of those around them. While many people live on the surface, chosen ones dive deep, and because they have learned to recognize their own fears, insecurities, and desires, they can recognize them in others as well. They can sense when someone's energy is off, even when everything appears fine on the outside. This ability is invaluable. It protects them from deception and manipulation. Imagine entering a room and instantly feeling whether the environment is tense, welcoming, or filled with hidden agendas. This isn't just intuition, it's a gift honed by solitude, a result of countless hours spent observing themselves and the world around them. And now we come to the third superpower, hyperclarity. Solitude has a way of clearing out the mental clutter, stripping away the noise, and allowing the chosen ones to find a level of clarity that few people ever experience. Think of it as their internal compass, a finely tuned sense of direction that guides them even when life gets complicated. In a world filled with distractions where we're constantly bombarded by messages, opinions, and demands on our attention, chosen ones have mastered the art of focus. When they are alone, They have no choice but to confront their true thoughts, to question their own motives, and to separate what truly matters from what's trivial. Imagine sitting in a room with nothing but your own thoughts. At first, it's overwhelming. The mind tries to fill the void with worries, memories, fears. But slowly, the chosen ones find a sense of calm. They begin to see their thoughts as separate from themselves, like waves on the surface of the ocean. With time, these waves settle, leaving the mind clear and calm like a mirror. This clarity allows them to see things as they are, without the distortions of fear or desire. It's similar to Moses finding wisdom on Mount Sinai, isolated from the chaos of the world below. This solitude sharpens their decision-making abilities, helping them to cut through distractions and focus on what truly matters. And in their daily lives, this hyper-clarity allows them to act with precision, confidence, and a sense of purpose that others may find bewildering. Moving on to the fourth superpower, the pain sensor. This is a profound, almost supernatural level of empathy, an ability to feel the emotions and struggles of others deeply and genuinely. But this empathy isn't something they were born with. It's something that was cultivated through their own experiences with pain. In solitude, they are forced to confront their own suffering, to face their own darkness without any filters. Imagine being alone in a dark room with nothing but your own painful memories, fears, and regrets. There is no escape, no one to distract you. Each emotion is raw and unfiltered. This process teaches them to recognize the subtle signs of pain in others, because they know what it feels like firsthand. This empathy acts like a finely tuned sensor, allowing them to feel the burdens that others carry, even when those burdens are hidden. Imagine being able to sense someone's sorrow just by looking into their eyes or picking up on their energy. When others are hurting, the chosen one doesn't need words to understand. They feel it as though it were their own. And because they've spent so much time facing their own pain, they know exactly how to respond. They don't try to fix others or give empty advice. They simply hold space, offering a kind of comfort that goes beyond words. This gift allows them to become healers, guides, and sources of strength for others. Their presence alone is enough to make people feel seen, understood, and accepted, often for the first time. Finally, we come to the fifth superpower, time alchemy. While most people view solitude as a burden, something to be avoided, the chosen ones see it as a sacred opportunity for transformation. In those quiet moments, they turn loneliness into wisdom, sadness into strength, and isolation into joy. They understand that time alone is not wasted. It's an invaluable resource, a chance to reflect, to learn, to grow. Just like an alchemist turning lead into gold, they use this time to transform themselves. They ask questions like, "Who am I? And what is my purpose?" These are questions that most people avoid, but the chosen ones dive deep, exploring the answers until they find a sense of inner peace and clarity. Imagine solitude as a kind of spiritual retreat, a place where they can recharge, reflect, and reconnect with their true selves. In this quiet, they find a joy that doesn't depend on anyone or anything outside of themselves. They discover that true happiness comes from within, from a sense of alignment with their own values and purpose. This inner peace becomes their foundation, their anchor, and their source of strength. While others seek validation and fulfillment from the outside world, the chosen ones have learned to find it within. They've built a home in their own hearts, a place of love, acceptance, and joy that no one can take away. This ability to transform loneliness into something beautiful is perhaps their greatest gift. It allows them to live with a sense of lightness, a joy that transcends circumstances. They are no longer dependent on others for their happiness. They have found a source of fulfillment that comes from within. This doesn't mean they don't appreciate companionship or connection, but they don't rely on it for their sense of worth or happiness. They are complete within themselves, and this completeness is what makes them so different, so rare, and so inspiring. These 5 superpowers, Ice Head, X-ray vision, hyperclarity, pain sensor, and time alchemy, are not just traits. They are profound abilities that set chosen ones apart. They are the result of years of solitude, of facing themselves, and of growing in ways that most people never will. And while these powers may seem mysterious or even otherworldly, they are available to anyone willing to embrace solitude, to face their own darkness, and to discover the strength and wisdom that lie within. So next time you find yourself alone, remember, it's not a punishment, it's an invitation to discover the incredible power within you.